People operate in a dual processing way. They're either on the offensive or on the defensive. In strategy in life, it's always better to be on the defensive because you're able to anticipate the enemy's attack. And what I mean by defensive is like a spider putting its web and waiting for the opponent to come to them. Rather than you hunting, you create a situation where you just wait. Not defensive, emotionally defensive. Because I know there's always people trying to correct what I say wrong in these videos. So yeah, that's what I mean by defensive, not emotionally reactive. It's better to let them come to you pretty much because there's just so many more advantages. When you make the first move, too many things could go wrong, right? And usually when you're making the first move, you're making the first move out of impatience. Most likely they're doing something to trigger your impatience. Humans are naturally impatient, and usually nothing well ever happens when you're impatient. So not making the first move and letting them come to you will always be to your advantage. But then even more powerful when you begin to push them away, when you begin to show doubt as to whether or not you want them, more powerful things tends to happen because now you're being the obstacle and you're being the reward, and it's a mixed signal that trips people. When you're on the offensive all the time, you pretty much risk pushing people away. You risk ruining your reputation. You risk embarrassing yourself in front of people, and you there's just too many risks, especially if you're a guy, right? And you risk losing control of your behavior when you're on the offensive, right? Especially when you have a deep desire, your dopamine system will release so much dopamine that it'll increase your aggression and make you myopic, make you look into only one direction. On the defensive, on the other hand, you're being backed into corners, which becomes a bad habit, right? When you're always on the defensive. The third option that I want to present to you guys is the Napoleonic way, right? Which is about counterattacking. And this is why you push people away, okay? There's so many powerful benefits being the one that says not now, being the one that puts up the obstacle, because five amazing things happen. One, the reason why it's better to counterattack is a few reasons, right? First of all, once somebody aggressively attacks you, you understand their intentions. And attacking in this case means making a move, right? This is from The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's a really good book, right? But getting them to attack, you understand their intentions. So, for example, if you want to find out whether or not somebody wants a relationship, just act as though you don't want a relationship. If they want a relationship, they're going to react to you not wanting one with insecurity. And they'll try to convince you to get into a relationship. If you're the one that's hesitant as to whether or not you should see each other, what they're gonna do, because you're the one that's hesitant, because you're the one that's like, I don't know about this, they pretty much reveal their intentions. But when you're the one aggressively telling people what you want, you put yourself in too many positions that you could lose. It's much better to, if they want a relationship, quickly slow them down, right? Because when you slow it down, you're able to find out what are their true intentions. Second, avoiding the attack leaves the aggressor weak for a counter move. So they open up emotionally. They tell you what you want, what they want. And in that moment where they're waiting for your response, they feel uncontrollable emotions because they're hoping that you're going to say yes. And that is a form of weakening them, weakening their will, because they're in a state of anticipation. And in that moment, you're pretty prone to feel almost any emotion. You're very vulnerable to feeling a wide range of emotions, right? And that's how you weaken them. When they're waiting for your response, when they're hoping that you'll like them back, you by naturally you're more able to influence them, if that makes any sense. The next thing is that you become a temptation, okay? Something about temptation is that we're all being tempted in life, in every area of life. We're all being tempted to leave our jobs, to pursue that new guy, that new girl, to pursue that new dream, to move to another country, to become travelers. But most of us resist. And it becomes, it's difficult to remain virtuous and to be good and to be consistent, right? And what you have to understand is that everyone has that resistance, right? And what people want is not to be tempted. What people want is to give in to temptation and to release that tension. And so what you're going to be doing is creating that tension and releasing it, right? So your task is to create a temptation. And a temptation that is focused on their weaknesses, right? So you first do that by being the one that's more hesitant about this whole situation, being open to it, but having some doubt. People are more forgiving when you about your doubts, especially about them in the beginning. And that tends to happen is that when they sense that you're kind of doubting whether or not you should be with them, what tends to happen is that they don't just say, okay, bye. They actually start putting more effort. It's the most backward thing. So you don't have to say, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. You can also say, maybe you're difficult in the beginning, right? Maybe you're difficult in the beginning. Maybe you're harder to reach in the beginning, right? Maybe you're a little bit cold in the beginning. What they'll want then, they'll take it as a challenge to warm you up, right? They become more aggressive, more charming, more romantic when you're the one that hints that I like you, but I don't know, I don't know, I'm busy with work. I just got out of this relationship. I don't know, I gotta heal. That bullshit. Oh, I don't know. If you hesitate just a slight bit, rather than accepting everything they give you, be a little bit hesitant, they get more aggressive. You just start chasing more and you become a temptation. The next thing is that you get more power in general, right? Because power is all about getting people to react to your moves, right? And keep them on the defensive. This also means making men and women come to you in terms of wanting a relationship. Being the one, like I said, that's more hesitant. The stress and the fear of being rejected weakens them on the way to you, right? The thoughts, the overthinking, oh my God, hopefully she does like me back. Ah man, I'm gonna ask her today. I'm gonna send that text. Oh man, I hope she doesn't reject me. Oh man, that overthinking, that overanalyzing is all to your advantage because they know you're a little bit hesitant. It's not that you don't want it, but you're more hesitant. So when they ask for more, that just naturally puts them in a state of, okay, I like you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That just puts them in a state that says, hey man, you know what? I hope that you like me back. It's almost like giving an offering and hoping that they accept. That hope, that tension, that moment where the critical pendulum of time stops, them waiting for your response. In my opinion, it's a sign to them how much they like you. But in order for them to feel that, you have to give them sense that you're a little bit hesitant about this. A lot of you guys are so damn emotional, which is normal, that this strategy that I am teaching you is like a freaking nightmare because you don't want to do that. Just be a little bit hesitant. Be a little bit more doubtful. Have some doubt in your mind and slightly express it. That thing will always push them towards you. It's just human nature, people. The stress and the fear of being rejected weakens them on the way to you. Right? But when you completely validate it and they're asking for more and they're relaxed, their heart is not pumping, they're not having a heart attack, it's simply because you already gave them the answer. Mix it up, send mixed signals, show them that you want it, but sometimes you are a little bit hesitant. Or you might move out of the country. You might take a job that's a few cities away. Always make them have that slight doubt. And for example, it's almost like when I was gonna move, there was this one girl who didn't want me to move, right? And because I was gonna move, what she did was she would try to convince me not to move. That's an example, right? Where I'm leaving and she's trying her best to stop me, right? Obviously, I was moving, right? But it's almost like a preemptive breakup also where you break up with them. This is toxic, where you break up with them and you get them to come back to you and ask you to come back. That's evil shit, people. Going straight to hell if you do that type of stuff. And then the next thing is that you get more clarity, right? When you take a stand in one direction, it forces people to reveal their stand. It's like when you check in poker, you say check, you show your cards. Now they're forced to show their cards. The difference is that you're not showing the right card. You're slipping another card, making them think it's one card when in reality it's not the real card. And you're doing that so that you could find out what they really want without revealing your cards. And I know it sounds, it's not fair. I get it, right? Because they're being, but it's like people watch this to gain an advantage, people. Okay, dating is all about the advantage. It's a cruel world. It's not me being negative, but too many people out there are too narcissistic. Too many people out there just want your attention. They just want your validation and want nothing to do with you. Those types of people leave you empty if you keep encountering too many of them. And when you reveal your true intentions to these types of people, that just play with you, play with your heart. They give no fucks about you. So there is literally nothing wrong with being a little bit hesitant and saying, I don't know yet. I don't know if I trust you or not. There really is nothing wrong with that. It actually makes them want to, you're putting hoops in front of them, and it makes them want to jump those hoops. It makes them want to get your validation. It makes them to want you to like them back more. And it's actually a very powerful strategy. It feels weird when you like the person, but just remember, every time you like someone, that every time you didn't like someone, you told them this, and what happened? What happened? Do you think they said, no, they started chasing more. They got more aggressive. They said, oh, you don't like me? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm gonna show you how charming I am. I'm gonna show you this or that. And they take it as a front and as a challenge. And that's what you're doing by pushing them away. It's something that a lot of you guys will be afraid to apply. But again, I always tell people, just remember the people you didn't like and rejected. Notice how they behaved. And you got to realize that the people that you like have almost the same psychological makeup as people who you don't like. And what you have to do is see them from the eyes of somebody who doesn't want them, and you'll notice that it just reveals what they're feeling inside. Like when you reject someone, or when you subtly push people away, it offends them. They get emotional, they get hurt, and if you're able to hurt them, then you're able to validate them, and so they're gonna start liking you by you doing that. People like temptations, man. People want what they can't have, and especially if there's someone that gets everything they want, you being difficult to attain, you become that temptation that causes people to feel more alive, right? Especially if you're someone that always gets what they want. Finding someone who is not that easy makes them feel alive. It makes them feel that aggressive energy. It motivates them. It wakes them up from their slumber. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one private, or how young people do, private phone call, right, where it's not publicized, click on the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one. Or if you guys want to ask me a question, much more affordable, ask me a question anonymously and just change some stuff up. There I answer these types of questions on YouTube, and most people will never know it's you because, one, it's anonymous. Two, everyone changes things up. You call yourself Melissa in the email, and in reality your name is Tyrone. All right, so it's no big deal. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, so I want you guys to check out my online course called Dark Game. That's right, people, Dark Game. And this course is pretty much, I review to you the secret tactics, the secret techniques to create attraction in almost any woman, right? But not just attraction to the point that makes her want to see you all the time, where she's the one initiating all the contact, right? Now just imagine to be able to keep all of the girls in your life that you lost because of your stupidity. Imagine, and I had stupidity too. Imagine being able to keep them. Imagine being able to have 5, 6 women available to you, wanting to see you. Imagine being able to create intense relationships where they're all doing all the work. People, that kind of stuff does exist, people. Now, I'm not going to promise you that you're going to bang like 40, 50 women. I'm going to promise you that you're going to be able to keep the women you have, that you get with. I can promise you that keeping them will increase with this course. But let me keep showing you something. This course is pretty huge, people. It's a huge course. This course has over 50 videos, right? And some of them you could get for free. If you just sign up, you get free videos, right? But in these videos, let me show you guys the course, right? All right, guys. Shit. That's me right there, right? In this video, I pretty much teach you guys how to find your purpose.
right? All this is how to find your purpose, discovering your purpose, right? I teach you guys then about female psychology, all of the principles about female psychology you guys need to understand. I then teach you guys the mindset, the proper mindset that you guys need to deal with women. After that, I teach you guys 21 videos on how to game. I mean, it's pretty much unbelievable, man. I gotta make this available, right? But it's unbelievable how many I pretty much put everything: outer game, social circuit game, strategies, threesomes, foursomes, everything, right? And on top of that, I give you guys a few bonuses: how to overcome approach anxiety, why you can't take actions, a Dickens pattern to change your mentality, how to go from open to transitions, right? 81-minute long, people. This is like, I don't know how long this is, but this is hours, and I mean hours worth of content. And you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I mean, you without questions asked. All for $99, people. This is originally, this could be around a few thousands, to be honest with you, right? But you guys get it for $99, right? All you gotta do is just go over here, purchase the course, and you'll get access to it. And if you don't like it, you could just message me and get your money back, people. Look, man, don't be hard-headed, people. Don't be hard-headed. This is the course that you guys need, right? It gives you guys everything. I cover everything. I could promise you, man, you're not gonna get a more in-depth course on how to attract women and keep them more than this. All right. Anyways, people, check it out. 30-day money back guarantee. There is no risk, and you could get the free course. You could get the free trial. The free trial are these videos that you get for free, right? You guys could just sign up. You could watch all of these videos for free, right? And you don't have to pay, all right? Anyways, I'll see you guys inside. I want to see you guys inside because, again, people, you can't lose nothing. There's a 30-day money back